right, hello everyone. Playing some scales here for YouTube exclusively, so I think that can be pretty exciting for people that only follow me on YouTube. But if you don't follow me on Twitch, you should definitely, because it's a good place, it's a good time. So I made some changes to the green-white list I was been playing. I also 5-0'd with. My analysis is the same. I kind of like it. I like the potential to draw with Horizon Canopy. I like that this is on top source. I like it doesn't come in top like a Razor Edge ticket. I like the passwords and everything. No red on this deck, right? So we're playing white spells in the form of Prismatic Ending and Mosca's command. So it's only one how many colors you can force. I saw some people got Reborn for red, but I find Reborn is more important than red. So we're playing a ton of guys, we're playing a Ranger class, and I got this Esper Sentinels for 2 Ancient Strings. And then the meta has been evolving in a way that you kind of want to have like torpors for the elemental decks and even humans decks I've seen, like also like all the value decks basically. Taxes. This card is really good right now. And it really doesn't hurt us at all, so I think like it's very good to have too. The Mortgage Command is for the Saga matchups. Saga matchups are actually, a lot about Saga. I just finished kind of 0-2 dropping a league with Saga, basically like a Food Saga, and that deck is so dependent on Saga, you cannot believe it, like all they're doing is basically spinning their wheels, casting an Asmor from time to time, which Asmor can take over the game, of course, a very strong card. But basically just make a ton of food and try to take huge advantage of Saga to make like huge constructs, right? And also with Urza. So basically the whole deck is built around this Urza Saga interaction. And both Urza a lot higher this year and Urza Saga interaction. So if you are able to answer the Sagas, you're in pretty good shape there. And this basically the Mortgage Command says target player sacrifice an enchantment. So let's say they go like turn to Saga and then you go turn to this, you're in just great shape. It basically is great. And you get an extra counterfeit problems. Prismatic End is just like probably the best removal at the moment. It's just really good, guys. It's really, 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 really good. Chalice of the Void against all the Cascade nonsense. Also sometimes comes up to have Chalice on 1 or 0 versus some decks. I like Chalice on 0 versus Summertime when you're on the play. And then I'm playing 2 Relics Fitting on Cage. Somebody asked me why am I playing a Relic instead of a Soul Guy Lantern. And the Relics, I use them a lot in the Blue-Red Murktide matchups, and which I find they're not super, but they're kind of 50-50, I guess. But Relic really helps a lot in, keeping the Delirium count down, keeping the Murktides down. So I kind of like that in there much more than a Soul Guy Lantern, because they trade so much, right? It's very important to just that your graveyard hit also draws you a card. And since we're playing white, this is like the best answer for that. Yeah, in general, I mean, I would even see myself playing like Chalice against like these mono white 1-drop decks that exist. There's so many of them. The only change I would make to the deck, maybe play Pithing Needle main deck. It's just basically every deck I play against, I just find it's useful. But I really like the Tutoboros and everything. And, Lurrus is just a kind of pre-roll on this deck. And you have so many ways to grind that I'm not playing Animation Module. Like, I think Ranger class is just superior. Lurrus is superior because it's free. And then begin Ingenious Means and Ancient Strings, you should have covered the, the 1-drop category. Really excited with it. I found it with Naya the other day. It will be up on YouTube. I don't know before or after this. But yeah, I was playing the food deck and I realized that, I had this feeling that Scales was a great deck lately, because it's not that we play a deck it's not that our deck is only good if you have Urza Saga. Our deck is good in general. Like, Urza Saga is a nice addition to the deck, and it's also, but, we're not, like, the cards we're playing that we're fetching with Urza Saga, we were playing anyway. Maybe we wouldn't be playing the Shadow Spear or the Splendid Dome, but the rest we would be playing. So it's kind of, like, awesome to find, like, some of your key pieces from a land that also makes 2 constructs, right? And the synergy is so great, like, you don't need to play cookbooks that don't impact the battlefield, and street rays that deal the damage and all that to actually utilize the Sagas. The Sagas are kind of a free roll, and that's also, I think, one of the reasons the Hammer Time deck has become so popular too. I think it's because it really utilizes Saga the most. It doesn't need to change their deck, to accommodate Saga. And I've seen all these food decks really struggle to come up with a plan that it is good enough with the Saga, like like, or sorry, without the saga. So you're not depending on the saga as more cookbooks so much. Like, okay, that thing is pretty tight. Okay, you're playing 4 sagas, 4 cookbooks, 4 Asmores, 4 street raids. And then what is around it, it's kind of like hard to figure out because there's no synergy really, you know, like if you're playing DRC, DRC is a great card and it can win games on its own. Ravagan is a great card, it can win games on its own, but you know, like this doesn't really synergize with Urza Saga and the rest of the plans. So you have like 2 plans running, and I've seen like the basically all the innovation that goes on with the food decks is about okay, let's try to find something that kind of works with the rest of the plan. And I think the Mir version, the most simple one with like Fel Monitor and Urza, is probably the best one. IS9, big fan. Not playing against Green White Prison, who knows? Green White Prison, like the Mocha's Coin should be good against it. So yeah. So yeah, these food decks, I mean, they're struggling a bit to like find and I guess their identity. This hand is pretty awkward. Like doubles Ozolis. Let's skip 7 though. We have a turn a 2/2 Ballista. Maybe playing a Ravagan deck and we can just ping it. Alright. Yeah, so I'm kind of happy I didn't. Okay, that's a block, right? So I think I'm gonna play the Reborn here. Oh, that's a pathway. So we can say the Welding Jar to trigger these. We could also just... they didn't play a 1-drop, right? So there's really no reason, I think, to... So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Osleys here. And pass. Save my Dino Worm for later. Like, I can play that turn 3, for example. Like, go, like, Dino Reborn, play Ballista. I want in the black-red deck. Crooks. Sure, I have a perfect discard for this. These red-black decks are generally very good against our deck, right? Because they play Shattering Spear on the sideboard. But recently I have had a moderate amount of success. I think still, even though this... if I had played down over one, I would probably just play the Scales, play the Osleys this turn, but I didn't know, of course, I was going to draw Scales. So I think this still looks alright to just play these. GW Ingenious is me. Zavaz or Ravager. Interesting choices for sure. I think I have to pick up the Ravager here. It's much better. And I just go ahead and play the Welding Jar here. Trigger my dudes. Make it a threat. This can go to here. They don't play in Lurrus, which means they probably play... Where are they playing that they're not playing Lurrus? Liliana? The Liliana minus I kill it with the... Oh, Blood. That's really annoying. Yeah. But I mean, still... You know what I mean? Like, we still are like in a fine shape here. We get to trigger this again. So... I think I'm gonna play the Ballista and the Worker. They could have some kind of Wrath, but I don't know which one. So I'm just gonna play the Ballista. Trigger their Worker. I mean, this is not that effective against us. That's what I guess what they're playing. And then we even have the Welding Jar to save ourselves. Maybe you should play the Ravager because they don't know about it, but the reality is with the Osleys, you want to play your Ballista sometimes earlier than you would normally do. But it just means so good, right? It drew us a card, it drew us a Ravager of all the cards, and now it's like a threat. Like the Fatal Pushy, we get 2 counters here. Inquisition is annoying, right? Yeah, that was I guess that was a good reason to play to play the Ravager there. But of course we then will lose a Ballista, so it's close for sure. We can get Lurrus in our hand for no really good reason. There's no way we can cast it. But if we have nothing else to do with our mana, we'll just to, you know, maybe they think they don't know we can't cast it really. I mean, this is 5 damage next turn, so we're in route. I guess they will have like Kroxa at some point also. The fact that they cannot fetch is... So Terminate says it can be regenerated, alright. So I get the counters on the Osleys. And... I probably have a Bolt here. We don't really care. I mean, they can, of course... if I draw an anti, I will play before combat to trigger this. Don't draw an artifact. Probably play a bolt. I'm gonna get the counters here. Just does more damage, right? Because if they bolt this now, is the wheel. Holy heat, alright, never mind. So we get counters on there. I guess getting Lurrus means that I can't really lose to, like, Croxa doesn't deal me so much damage, I guess. It's probably Crocs. No, they can't. They need one more card. Going against command, destroying these two things, so I can just protect here, counters here. So they say destroy target artifact, deal 2 damage. Alright, so Hangalock? There you go. Yeah. So we're gonna play this Hangalock. That's a 6/6, not bad. We can still cast the scales if we draw our one of our 2 forests, one of our 2 forests, right? They can play Great Croxa here. Yep. Then they don't have the Lium, the combo, guys. It's the combo. We'll discard Lurrus here. Yep. Not taking any damage. Still in a good position, actually. I think. I could see myself keeping this guy in hand just to confuse them a bit. Like, the thing is, like, now it's a standstill. I think attacking is just good, right? Like, they actually need to block at some point. They'll deal me 6, but I'll deal them 6 back. I have the Ozolis. They have 1 card in hand. We deal them 6, they deal us 6 back. So I think we're winning the race, right? They have no, they can't have anything really. They don't have Delirium for the Angavac. So they go to 8, interesting. And yeah, we find a Ravager basically, or a Throne of Geth. It's great. Ranger class we cannot really cast. Just gonna discard the scales here, not take any extra damage. So we take 6, we go to 14. Next time we take 9, we go to 5. As long as I have double bolt, we should be fine here. May have a blocker. If they have a blocker, then I'll need to sit back, sadly. But maybe they don't have a blocker. They don't play that many. Alright, it's a Ravager. That's really good. So, I think we just attack here first. Put the pressure. Put them to 2 life. Sure. And then we will play the Ravager. And at this point, you know, like, we can just make a top turn block. And I really don't know how to get out of this. So, I mean, I could even take the damage, but I'd lose to double bolt if that's the case, right? So, they have K command here. But still they're 2 life, right? So I think they need to block with a... I should play this, right? Because I'm gonna discard it anyway, but whatever. So if I didn't block here, then I actually lose the game to double bolt. Whereas now I find it pretty hard that my opponent beats me. Like I have a lot of attackers. Yeah, awesome. We beat the Blood Moon. Great, man. That's the power of scales. Colorless spells are just great. They're probably playing Ravagan and DRC, right? I mean, that's just what it is. Relic looks good too. Especially on the draw, I really enjoy this. Probably we want some sort of Pithing Needle for the relic effect. So I think Steerings is an easy cut. Zavaz is an easy cut. Thronoget is an easy cut. And the cuts that are coming are not so easy. I'm gonna cut the Saga because they're obviously playing Blood Moon. Ranger class seems fine. 2 cards, 2 cards. There's a got a worker. Maybe I don't want 2 relics versus them. Maybe 1 relic is just enough. Does Ranger class do enough? Oh. You think like Blood Moon, this is kind of uncastable. Kind of Ingenious Mythic is also uncastable, so yeah. Swing is really good, of course, but it's not really good if you cannot cast it. Spring Drum is a great pickup. Ranger class also dodges Shattering Spree, so it's kind of good. We only play 90 creatures, so it's not really that high chances that we have it on top, but like just playing one free creature out of it is kind of good. Yeah. This red black mid-range deck is definitely strong, and they have a lot of tools to deal with this because they have the Blood Moons. I mean, we're gonna keep these, you know what I mean? Like Scales, yeah. So we're gonna play the Scales here, not the Spindly Drum. I mean, we know, who knows, maybe they discard it, then if they do, I'll just play the Spindly Drum. They move to 6, which is important for us. That's a Ravagan or a DRC. Alright, we lost now. I guess I'll play the Pendelhaven here. The problem is that you can play a turn 2 Blood Moon. That's pretty brutal, honestly. Oh yeah, that's actually a good draw. So I'm gonna play the Pendelhaven, play Scales. They don't have that easy time dealing with Scales, for example. They could have like also E on one. I mean, this is obviously not very good. Could see myself not playing the Saga, but it would be kind of the same playing it and not playing it, right? Maybe they play Blood Moon right now. But if they play Blood Moon, it's not really that bad, right? They don't play anything. Alright. So I think I'm gonna play the Saga, play my Ballista Pink here. You know, if they have the Blood Moon next turn, that's just like fine because we get to cast our spells anyway, right? And we get the Spindly Drum eventually that we can. And if they don't have the Blood Moon, then we're fine shape. So I'm not pinging now because if they have another Ravagan, I don't want them to like dash it. Right, and if they want to bolt my Ballista or call against commanded, then I get to ping the Ravagan in response. Who would have thought a monkey would be running Modern Man? And it's a cool card. Okay, the Lightning Bolt, my Ballista most likely, right? So we just ping here, Ravagan down, and then we ping you. There's an item for also playing the Hangabag Walker instead, but. Yeah, we can also, like, I think Hangabag Walker would be a great draw next turn, for example. I could play it next turn. They have Inquisition, alright, no Hangabag Walker for us. But I really think that if they don't have Blood Moon here, which they probably don't, right? We can just play an Urza Saga and we're very, very happy. There's another monkey. Yeah. I'm just passing. Probably gonna try to block the monkey at least. It's funny they fetch first. They don't show the Delirium, so I'm gonna block. I'm gonna try to block the monkey. There's 2 cards in hand, right? So it's not the biggest deal. If you kill these, there are like 1 card left. We still have Osleys, Ravage. We get to make another one. You know, K command maybe. Will discard the drum or will discard the lengths? I actually could also discard the Osleys and find an Osleys. Close, man. So I think discarding the drum is fine. We have 3 mana anyway next turn. Play on these, make Osleys, play it against us. Yeah. So I'll discard the drum here. They get, of course, to draw a card. They can find a Ballista or something, which would be good. They can play a Scales if they want to. I will trade the Scales for Forest. They don't play Scales, covered. We're getting a draw step here. Relic of Progenitus is a great draw. I'd also go Pitting Needle E. That actually sounds very good, right? So let's just do that. Maybe they can kill this, but I think Pithing Needle E on 1 is actually a good draw. Engineered explosives. So we could play the Ozolis and or play the Relic and then start exiling the graveyard. I think playing, I don't know what's better. Maybe play the Relic, start exiling the graveyard. Prevents like a Croxa into Croxa, right? Alright, people. Like they have 4 cards now, so they cannot Croxa me into Croxa. Like they cannot go land, Croxa, Croxa. Or like, I mean, of course they can hit me again with a monkey, but next turn I get to do some stuff too. And Ingenious Scales is out of the question. I think it's important to name E when you're playing against them. We have a 3/3. It's not the most amazing construct, but it's fine. Definitely blocking here. Yeah. Alright, interesting. What? Bonus at 18 still. Like, this game has been all about resources, much less about yeah. I think having Lurrus can give us an out here, or like a head start. Okay, no attacks. Interesting. So this actually keeps the Croxa down, so it's very good. We go ahead. We ping them there. Then we play... Should I play some... I think I'm... Getting Lurrus seems also very important. I think playing Ozolit and Zabaz sounds decent too. Should I attack or should I just wait? I'll wait. I'm not like in a super rush, I think, to kill them. You can definitely kill them like soon. Could have made the... Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was better to hold the... I think end of turn I'm gonna pop my Relic, draw a card, try to find a land or a Ballista or something. I don't know what they're doing. I guess they have K commands. Croxa. It's annoying that we get our Rager discarded, but that's just life. They can't really return it. I guess they... No, they can't because they don't have fetch land. Right. So I guess they must be rough return. They have 3 cards. They need land. Like, fetch land will give them 4 cards. Yep. Maybe, like, next turn... Let's see, I would like to find a blocker or something. If not, I'm just gonna put Lurrus in my hand and attack. Like, there's no way they can return that Croxa, which I guess it was the plan of, maybe. Just, you know, getting hit by Monkey is so bad because all of a sudden they get a hang of it. Oh. Alright. I mean, I'll block. Maybe I bolt. But, like, let's say they have a fetch land right now. I can respond to the fetch. That's only 1 mana, right? Oh, because it likes return. Interesting. Alright, so our boys die. Not. Yep. We got a redraw and we got the Lurrus in our hand and they have 1 card left in hand, so I think we're doing fine here. Yeah. It's Forest. Of course, Lurrus is not as good when you just exile your graveyard, GW. But we can find something here. I think I like the Ballista. It's like a fast clock. Also gets around... that means that like Lurrus next turn is better. Yeah, so now like they don't have like they of course could have Fatal Push or something, but like no Croxa, 3 mana only. I have a 6/6 Ballista. E is not an out. So it's like a card that if they draw, it's like a death for them. Of course they can discard my my Lurrus, which is a bit annoying, of course, but 5. Second Ballista is really interesting. They have maybe destroy. Oh, they have a quick command. All right. I think we just accept our fate. Wow, that was a play. Yeah. Well, that's I guess kill against command for you. If I had drawn Bale of Summer, of course I don't have in my deck. A Wanderer would be nice. A Land would be nice. Maybe I have another K command. Wow. Just up here, right. Another K command. Maybe they do it now so that they get to discard the Lurrus. Because they're in the draw step, I get to, play whatever. Alright, so we found this, which is very nice. Play Lurrus here. Yeah, Lurrus probably will seal this. I mean, I don't really care if my Lurrus dies. Like, I have a 9-9 Ballista now. And then I have the counters on Emo. So, like, this is like the best draw probably. Emos was probably the best draw in the deck there. This is lethal. So, I mean, even if they have Fatal Push, we just have the Emo. And we can just bring back the Ballista again. That's it's just an easy game. It's an ending. Now start by casting the Ballista from the graveyard. Maybe that's a good point to play Plains, so you can actually have an out and terminate. Yeah, and the Ozolis, it's fine. Like, we can kill them next turn with Ingmas too. Maybe I should just attack with Ingmas. Like that, there was no reason maybe not to attack with it. Yeah, eventually Lurrus takes it. Alright, 1 for Lurrus. Nice. Yeah, we 2-0 the deck. I mean, that deck has hate against us. Definitely we played against a lot of K commands, but I think, as much as I used to hate the card, I think Lurrus is just very good. Especially with these matchups where people just want to trade, like they trade it, and you can see how strong the Relic of Progenitus is, right? It stops their their Delirium, their Croxus, and that basically is how they plan to beat you, by having more efficient threats or recurring threats, and then you just, yeah. Order Saga make it to constructs, all of that. Even the Pithing Needle on the... We don't know if it worked or not. It sounds gas. We're playing the Lurrus deck, which is, Oh, it's hammer time. Alright. Sadly, we'll need to make them draw here, which is really annoying, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, whatever. You draw a card, that's fine. We'll play Hangavog next, I guess. Or should we play the Smith first? Or the Saga? Alright, turn 1 per Sentinel, turn 2 the Saga. Withdraw. Stoneforge Mystic too. Alright, so if they have any way to keep things, we probably like looking pretty dead here. Shadow Spear, so that does mean maybe don't have a way to keep things. Play Smith, we play Hangavog. Kinda like playing Hangavog because it blocks this. It doesn't cost me life. And yeah. I wish I had if that card was that forest was a North Side, I think we would be in good shape, but seeing this right now. Beyond the draw against Hammer Time is very tough. They also can make constructs. I mean, there is a lot they can do. I mean, next turn I can play the Smith. Like if he has Cigares it, seconds per something. Alright. Don't make a construct here. Yeah. So I guess I can play this Smith and put 4 counters here. or play the one drop that I draw. And they have an Ingmos next to, so they find a. I think I need to play the Ravager, right? Basically, they find a way to equip. They also have the Shadow Spear too, so maybe we just put in that. So I don't know. But if we do draw like a. Yeah, if we do draw like Canozolis. So next time we could actually Smith into Ozolis. They make a construct. Well, that means they would not bet. Also, Walking Ballista would be rather good. Oh no! Fuck, main deck Needle. I got wrecked here. They're probably named Ravager, right? Yeah. I did not expect no in the main deck Needle. You guys. Yeah, man. Turn 2 Saga is very hard to beat from this deck. Triple Sentinel, holy shit. And they also have the Shadow Spear, I guess. But I don't understand why they play this. Couldn't they have equipped? No. Okay. Main deck Needle, man. Dude, but like, look at this stuff. Like, shit. Yeah, we had the Saga, we probably would be in good shape here, but not having the Saga, it's pretty rough. So we have like Throne of Geth and Ozolis maybe somehow. Like, I know we cannot draw 2 cards in a turn. We actually could have something here. Yeah, if it was not for this Needle, we win easily. I do think, though, that... Yeah, so... Let's play the Smith here. Probably like they get to draw 3 cards. If I play this Welding Jar. Okay. I mean, them drawing 3 cards or 2, even just drawing 1 card is just awful for us. So I think we just attack, pump. Hit them for 4 here. Next turn we can bet Lures in our hand, and I kind of like this, you know, not like in a horrible position. But definitely can't get a... Yeah. Do we keep the Zabaz alive? I mean, they have like 18 damage total. Maybe just block with the Ingenious Smith. Pure Steel Paladin. Okay, that's probably GG. Dude, what a top deck, man. This is actually the perfect hand. Not an even extra lands. Look at this. Triples percent, you know. Yeah. Alright, so we like the endings versus Hammer Time. We like the Dromoka's Command versus Hammer Time. We definitely like the Needle against Hammer Time. And I like these on the play. So there's a lot of cards. This is not good. This is probably bad. I like to cut a couple of these. Ranger class. Perhaps a worker and I think Smith's just not that good on this matchup. All right. But yeah, as for Sentinel, it's definitely a good card. I don't know how good it is, but it's probably definitely is very good. Huh. They could have Seal of... Like, I mean, my opponent had just the perfect hand, right? Like, they went turn 1 Esper Sentinel, turn 2 Drum, Urza Saga, Stormforge Mystic, Turn 3, they made a construct, they make a construct, they found the Pithing Needle, then they found the Pierce the Paladin and the Colossus Hammer. Like they were, the game was over and they had 0 cards in hand, and they had 3 lands and a drum, and they basically, and triple S% too. So really, 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 really difficult game. And I think obviously the Pithing Needle was what actually did it for them. If not, we would probably have won. Child's on 0 on the play. I like it. Should I put this in a green source? I'm guessing so, right? We have no. Yeah, the prismatic endings and I really like Chalice on 0 on the play. Just like, hey. I could play it on 1 as well, but like stopping their Omnitopters and stuff stops like their fastest hands, right? Most to 6, sure. And then we have the double Urza Saga with the Arpon Ravager, so we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this as a green source, I think. And play my Chalice on 0. Could play it on 1 too, but it's a bit more risky. I think on 0 is just good. Kills like Omnitopters, all that just great. They're like alright, so if they had here an Ornithopter, I could be like dead. Okay, that's another saga, interesting. Could play it on white. Triple saga, holy shit. Shadow Spear, correct. Resolves. My opponent probably had a... Right, we can probably just win next turn. No. Any responses? Maybe if they path me, I'm really happy. I have another Ravager. I can actually just cast it next turn. Like with a Zavaz and this is lethal. Worker, Ravager. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack here. I mean, we have many different angles of attack, right? But yeah, on the play, Chalice is just fantastic. On the draw, not so much. On the draw, we need to lean a bit more on the prismatic endings, you know? Seal of Cleansing. You got it. Why are they gonna cleanse though? This is gonna finally play this, I don't know. I know they can cleanse this now. Wait, they don't? Sure. Like, if they cleanse the Urza Saga, is alright, right? They cleanse the Chalice on 0, interesting. So, we eat it. So, they do have 0 drops, but they're not casting. That's funny though, they wouldn't do it right now. Like, could get a construct here. Yeah, probably get a construct, right? I don't want to go all in here. Don't really know what I'm gonna get. Should I get Pithing Needle? Shadow Spear, Zavaz. I think just getting a Zavaz is good value here. This also allows me to sacrifice the stuff if needed, or make this fly if needed to. Of course, I could try to go for lethal here, but honestly, my opponent probably has like all Omnitopters, you know. Now I also have like white mana. They have a well. Okay. I got my welding jars from this. Nice. So Chalice making work here. Saga now, right? They have one card. It could definitely be a hammer. think I'm gonna... So if I play the second Saga, I have enough to activate Moth and... Why didn't they equip this? So I have enough to activate Moth and make a construct. So I play this other side of pre-combat. Alright, so just go attack here. I mean, they chomp we're in a good spot, right? Block there, that's lethal. Interesting plays. Okay, so on the play, probably I guess. So the point now is my opponent thinks I'm gonna bring in Chalice again, so we just got it, right? And we at could see myself adding the welding jar back up. Sauce maybe. Maybe adding a Smith. And then just change this faster. Because I don't like this on 0 when I'm playing when I'm on the draw. On the play, it's alright, but we also have a lot of 1-drops, so it just gets a bit bad to play for 0, and, you know, they played all their 0-drops. I know it will prevent them from playing the future 0-drops. I'm pretty sure my opponent has got a few 0-drops from their deck. I like this hand on the draw. It's pretty gas. I mean, even though we only have 1 land, we have double prismatic ending, which looks... I wish they looked a bit cooler, to be honest, because this is a card we're going to be seeing forever. One kept 7, we keep 7 too. This is like kind of weird matchup because it's like if the deck doesn't function, maybe they also no, they must not have okay that wrong. Right. So the two things here we could exile their land like the Springleaf Drum. Maybe that's a good play. Actually, we could exile this turn, now this. Yeah, so I could play Scales, but I actually kind of like doing this, right? So we exile their land. Next time we can play Scales and do the same. Let's just see how to say. If they have a hammer, that's rough, but we can also exile the hammer. Okay, they have a hammer. But maybe they had the... no. So we die if my opponent has another hammer. So what do we do? Do we exile the Ornithopter? I also exile everything, right? So I can just go here. I exile the hammer. And I exile the Cigarazate. And then next turn we hope to play Scales and start, you know... Triple Prismatic Ending start. Seems good. Stoneforge Mystic, at least they cannot equip the thing, right? Line would be nice, allows us to play Scales and Ballista. Find a hammer, maybe they play it. Oh, 2 cards in hand. We're gonna play Scales and play Zavas, maybe? Blocks. I mean, we're kind of low in life, so let's just play Zavas, right? Maybe I draw a line, I can go Oscillates and then Of course, if they find another Cigar Z, it's tough, but we basically lose, right? They style. Okay. Okay, they have a hammer in hand. I guess they get Lurrus in their hand. Oh, they draw. Interesting. Let's see if we draw a hand. Okay. It's not bad either. So then we know their hand is hammer and known card. Also not drawn lines is game shit. Saga would be a great draw for us. We can kill this with this, but hammer. No. Figure it out. So if they find a Cigar Z, we're dead. I'm gonna put a second ballista here. Attack first. Do I attack? Then if they kill it, they're gonna attack. That's okay. Let's attack. We need to put a bit of pressure. At some point we need to kill them too, right? Yeah. So if they kill these now, or they kill a Scales. Maybe they kill a Scales. That's probably a good play. Yeah. We still get the ballista though. 3 cards in hand. Lures in hand. They can cycle the cleansing, which is annoying. Then our Reborn is probably our best draw, like by far. So I can play the Ozolies. Hold up Romoka's command. Especially if they draw a saga, they play a saga or something. Sprung down. We can put a counter fight. Oh, they'll get to draw a card. Yes. So what we can do, I guess, is we pink. Then we go like green, white. We can put a counter here. This one, this one. Kill a Stoneforge Mystic. Huh, Smith is decent. Can also get Lurrus, right? But not really bring back anything. You can get Smith and try to draw like into a... This next turn, they could actually Seal of Cleansing. Yeah, but... Alright, so we attack first, I think. If they block any of them, I'm gonna ping it, yeah. So then we go Smith. Alright, so it's a probably pretty good draw. Then we go Shadow Spear. Trigger Smith. Do we ping here? So if they have land plus Lurrus, it's bad, but we get to kill the Lurrus anyway, right? So it's not the worst thing ever. Well, their casting hand is Hammer, right? And we also have our own Lurrus, which is like been a bit hard to get. Pithing Needle, interesting. And the Pithing Needles have been rough. Should I ping this guy now? Just bring it back with Lurrus. Sure. Let's see what they named though, because they also would like to name Ravager, I guess. Alright. It's nothing they can cast. Maybe Esper Sentinel they have a land. No. Dromoka's command? Ingmas. That's awesome. That's a pretty good draw. Is there a chance I die? If they find a Cigar Zate, I can die with the hammer they have in hand with a freaking... So I can block with the Ingmas then. So, what about I play Ravager, I equip Shadow Spear here. I sack this as a 2-2. So I sack this as a 2. This is a 3-3. Sack this as a 2-2. One counter here. This sack is a 3-3. I cannot, of course, I cannot graft into this. So what about I play Ravager? I sack this one. There's a 2-2, 2 counters here. Put 2 counters. There will be a 4, 6 counters, 7 counters. That's just not lethal. So I think we play the Ravager and we hold up the Ingmas Nexus just in case. And so we could equip here and have 6 attackers. They also can get this, the Seal of Cleansing back. To 9. What did they get? A Shadow Spear. Makes sense. Yeah, if I pierce to a Paladin, we're in really deep trouble here. Probably just dead. So I guess we equip here. Also good equip here. I really need to get my Lurrus, I think, here. See what they block. Maybe I should attack with all the other walking ballista. And just accept that I die to... Because they also... If they have, like, the Pure Steel Paladin... Okay, so I will leave this walking ballista. So I can sack here, this will make it 3-3, 3-5, 9, that's lethal. So actually they're losing the Lurrus here. Like, if they cleansing here, I sack the Ingmos, sack the Ozolis as a 3-3, put 3 counters on the Ballista, and I win the game. Oh shit, it happened. Wow. Wow, bro. So sack here. Sack here. Sack here. Move here. Win the game. Easy, man. Exactly. Holy shit. Wow. Opponent got outplayed there. Nice. Alright, guys, I'll see you for round 3. Welcome to round 3. We're playing against Nazard, so I don't know, some randomness. Yep. We have Scales, also his steerings. I mean, this is a fine hand. I know also he's known for Grief decks, so I think he's been playing a ton of Grief decks, so just makes sense, right, to keep whatever hand and just draw out of it. But steerings is good in this situation particularly. Because it allows us to basically like steering stone tree, for example, for something. When they have these delays in like keeping hands, I'm always wondering if people are actually S% Sentinel is the play from opponent. Ballista? So we're playing Hammer Time. Alright. So most likely we'll need to let them draw next turn, which is an... Oh no, it's not Hammer Time, it's Taxes. Charming Prince, that's okay. Scry 2. Yeah, walking Ballista, pinging, and then steering Sing seems pretty good here. Puts 1 card bottom, 1 card top. Interesting. We can steering slide and draw cards. Be annoying. Also just play Worker. You can also put Lures in our hand. But yeah, just gonna steering slide and draw a card, I think. Also, we could just steerings, not let them draw a card, and play next turn, whatever we drew. Now let's just let them draw a card, that's fine. 1 card is fine. It's still this is just a random one, you know what I mean? Like, it's not even a 2-for-1. Hangawak, Ozoli, Savas. Probably Hangawak here, right? And we pass. Yeah, with Skyclave Aberration, of course, that'll be kind of rough. Then we can start putting pressure with the Inmost Nexuses. There will be 4 counters. 4, 5, 5. So we can have like a 2-turn clock. That's a grief. Maybe have Ephemerate too. That doesn't really matter for us, right? Lose a worker, not the biggest deal. Bring it back with Lurrus next turn. They do this thing, but that means that they just... Yeah, that's not the biggest dream. So they're playing some great bullshit. I mean... Honestly, this is fine. Seems like they're missing land drops too. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? They got Path to Exile here, maybe that would be annoying. Maybe they path me, I get to... Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna put pressure with Ingenious. That's basically a 2-turn clock. And I'm gonna leave wag one of these guys so I can chump the S%, you know. Alright. Maybe also have Ephemerates. Wow. Okay, that's rough. That's rough. Both our Ingeniouses are done. As we attack with one guy. Yep. Oh man, Ephemerates so like they had like basically perfect, right? But I guess we'll make a Saga token. We'll make 2 Saga tokens. We're not out of this. We're not out of this. We lost 2 Nexuses, but whatever. Oh, they grief us. Nice. That's actually better for us. So we have nothing. So I get this token back. Oh, Stoneforge, they can find Caldera. Right. More of the Skyclaves, but they can't. Ah, yeah. I gotta find trading these. You know? Pretty sure we can kill them next turn with Ingenious Nexus if I don't put the counters on the top there. But even I could actually put the counters on the top there, right? And use it to block. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just use it to block. Maybe have the Calder already in hand. They have Molded Skyclave, and maybe they have on top of that another Solitudes. Yeah. But the idea is we're gonna make a construct, we're gonna get a Zavaz. Instead of getting Zavaz is lethal here. Especially if they don't find a Solitude, basically. Yep. Small the Skyclaves. This gives us first, second flying. Alright, so I block here. Four counters there, 3 counters there. We got a construct. So I'm not sure if I find a Zavaz and I play a Throne of Geth and sack the Zavaz, there's gonna be 2, 4. Yeah, that's plenty. So unless they have Solitude, they're dead. The third Igmos is the charm, maybe. Yep. Nice. Alright. We have Torpors in our sideboard, which is very good, so we're gonna bring them in. Prismatic Ending answers some stuff, like Caldera. Maybe a couple is fine. I don't think Nomoka's Command does a lot. There's not a lot of enchantments they play. Cage. Maybe Pithing Needle. I don't think they play Ether Vial, right? So it only really stops. I don't know. Okay, so I can cut as a vase. I will cut. What about Needle? I think Needle is not that good. I got maybe Ranger class seems alright. Thermal gas seems a bit worse. And then got the steerings on the draw. I like Smith because it's like a 2-for-1, right? So if my opponent's like 2-for-1ing themselves to 2-for-1 me, like I mean they have like the double solitude plus the grief, but yeah. It is a good hand. I have turn to torpor, so unless I have like the dream. And of course, you know, that means that incarnations will stay in the battlefield, but it's just really, it helps us, yeah, it will help us maybe not lose. I mean, they have to have double grief, and even if they have double grief, like grief with ephemerate, we still get to resolve one of these spells, which are all good, and we're pretty close to casting Lurrus. We're in cap 6, and the Thoughtsis maybe? No, they just have grief ephemerate. It's possible not to start a game with grief ephemerate, but this is not something that maybe happens that much. It's fine, you know, like we have Urza Sign on the deck. Whichever they take, whatever they take. I guess they need to take, they should take both the, funnily enough, they take the Torpor. I guess in my mind, I guess it's because I have this Undying thing. It's 2 cards left in here. Like, Urza Sign is very good, Lurrus is very good. They have a 4-3, which is of course strong. Like turn 1, 4-3, but they also have like 2 cards left in hand, right? And they don't have the Ephemerate. The Ephemerate is the biggest deal, right? If they don't have the Ephemerate, we're fine. They take the Oscillates of all the cards. Interesting. Alright, so we go you. You go. You always want to play a ticket first. There's really not reason not to. I get 4th here. So unless my opponent has like Stormforge Mystic, I'm feeling fine about my chances. This here's for 4. Sure, that was their turn. Alright, so I'll play my Pendo Hidden. I'm gonna walk in Ballista. Next time I can play Zavaz and Garbage and actually win the game. You have nothing. They could have Solitude, of course, but Solitude plus Ephemerate would be rough, I guess. Nothing. You're gonna need to play around the... Okay, like they do have a land. Okay, we're keeping it here. We're taking this. I can't really do anything. My opponent plays like a random thing they actually did. Alright, that's a Smith. Alright. Not the worst card. Maybe they have a removal now. The Ravager. But also you can just keep the Ravager in hand, I guess. Also could be my opponent has nothing. Yeah, okay, let's just do this properly. So we play this. Ingenious Smith. We already have the Zabaz in hand. Oh. Sometimes it happens. We shouldn't worry. I mean, it's still a 3-3 for 2, right? When the Zabaz resolves. So now we can block the grief. Alright, if they have Ephemerate as the last card, it's kind of rough. Oh, shipping them. Shipping this in response. Oh. Yeah, that was a mistake. Of course they will do it in response anyway, but at least, you know. Alright, so they will Solitude something. I will gain some life. There's the Solitude as a vase, alright. We got a 5-5, you know what I mean? We gain a some life. Okay, nothing from my opponent. They attack. They don't attack with that. Alright, so we go. So we draw. We could play Ravager, we could get Lurrus in our hands, but then get the Nozzles. That doesn't sound super hot, honestly. Play a Ravager and double block it, and also doesn't seem so great, especially if they draw removal or something. Getting Lurrus in hand seems okay, but also not like, Can I play this? Can I play Ravager here? And then I can block this grip. And if they kill the Ravager or something, I guess the worst thing would be they have Fatal Push, because then they get a 2-for-1 there, right? They don't cycle a clearing, interesting, so they have 1 mana out. Alright, they draw now. They final land. Oh, they played before combat. Stony Silence. Sure. They also play it like. Okay. It's another style. It's funny, they could have probably gotten an attacking. I don't know. He plays a bit sloppy, this guy. Katagi Warrior Rage. I have 1 artifact right now, so it's not a big deal. Not sacrifice it. Okay, so I can play Lurrus and get my Osiris back. I can play Lurrus and get my Torpor, which also sounds kind of good, right? Stops all this nonsense. And now we have 6 mana, so we have plenty of mana to pay for this thing. And then we can make a construct next turn. Alright. Still think I'm not attacking necessarily. Can get Osiris back from the grave, okay. I need to pay 2 mana here, but it's not a big deal. We could make a construct. We could also just find a Shadow Spear, equip it here. Make it a 10-10. We could also find a Shadow Spear and equip it, right? We don't get the... We don't really get the Osiris, though, if we do that. But we have a drum, right? So... now they get this, of course. Oh, shit. Of course, I cannot activate the Shadow Spear. Nice. Start attacking here. Take it. Fine. Let me just play the Osiris here. I mean, it's fine to not be able to pay, right? That's a grief. Nice grief. Say, is it a creature? It's a card, so I'll say not to this one. This doesn't really do much. So I'll say yes to this one. Yes to this one. Yes to this one. And yes to this one. Are born. So now we get the Ozolis. Trigger on the Ingenious Smith. We go ahead and attack them. It's also not a great block for them, but yeah. They chomp. Sure. Play this. Pass a turn. I mean, we do have Prismatic Ending in the deck that will end this Stony Silence nonsense and then we probably just win. The Stormforge Mystic, so that means that they can get... Oh, it doesn't trigger, yes. That's nice. Oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sacrifice a Ravager, of course. Of course. Thank you, Kataki. So I will say always yield. I'll say... I just don't have to, so yeah. Yes. I'll say yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And then we go and say no. Then we put the model over here. Yep. Amos Nexus, Ravager. So we go like this. Oh, this also doesn't trigger that, of course. Hey, I should only do it with creatures. Do we have any good blocks against Lurrus? They can, yeah, they can do some blocks. I think attacking with these two makes just sense. We can also block with Inmas, worst case scenario. And just start jumping here. They jump there. That's an 8-8. All right, they jump there too. All right, down with you. Nice. So now they kind of get Caldera down. And this is looking pretty good, guys. I don't know what you're thinking, but this is looking like a 3-0. That's a land. They cycle it. Nice grief. This is a cheese deck. I guess it goes with the personality of the player. They just concede. Nice. All right. Easy peasy. Yeah, I feel great. You know, like Torpor Orb is really, really good against this kind of deck, and there's quite a lot of these kinds of decks that you just get stopped by Torpor Orb. The one card I'm thinking about bringing in, like maybe cutting you in a relic for it, is to have an Embercool on the sideboard, Laplacian. So play them the hammer. Run the play though. Probably have Lurrus too. I would be surprised if you don't. Yeah, Torpor. I mean, just growing, you know, like basically I could grow my my construct every turn and my lures every turn until the point where it's just not able to keep up. And with Torpor Orb, their main combat this hand doesn't cast this, but it's a turn 2 Saga with a Ballista. I mean, this hand is alright, actually. Oh, it's a Yorion deck. It's probably taxes. Okay, in that case, I'm actually keeping this. Don't want to mulligan against taxes. 3 lands, Saga, Ravager. I mean, an Ozolis, a timely Ozolis here could very well just win the game on turn 4. But like Worker, yeah. So we go Ingmos, Nexus, Worker, you go. You know, Worker is not like an amazing like turn 1 play, but it's, you know, it's better than nothing, especially against this Taxes decks. I'm assuming you're playing the Taxes deck. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit them first, before we show them the Saga. Solitude is our biggest concern here, of course, as it always. It tends to be Listenly. Yeah, double Ravager with Ozolis is also a pretty easy way to win the game, honestly. Well, let's see what they play. That's a Gauss Quarter. Just so much mistake. I guess they get Caldera complete. They get all the Caldera. Sure. So if I attack them with a worker, then they lose. I will not attack with ballista, I will attack with worker. So if they block, I can ping the Stormforge Mystic there. Honestly, if I draw a land, I'm almost for sure gonna win. They're gonna tap. Oh, they have shock, okay. Is there other shrine? I'm gonna solo courtyard. That's a grief. Sure. They probably just drew this, right? So did the exile. Another grief. Interesting. And we have a 2 of each, right? So it's okay. They have ephemerate, alright. Annoying. Likes like the perfects, I guess. Who needs to play less than 80 cards when you have just the perfects? Sure. Caldera. You take it like pro. Yeah. Probably could be a good top deck. Or if not, maybe just good old Shadow Spear will do. You can also drum. Try to dig for those good old I think getting the Oculus is just the best, right? I mean, I don't know. Is it good? Can't really equip Shadow Spear this turn. Yeah, the Oculus. Yeah, Solitude. Huh. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and activate Animals Nexus just to have an extra point of damage. Put them on 9. Pass the turn here. Yeah, Battle Skull is kind of rough, but if they don't... Oh, they have Rebound. To be honest, I guess they can rebound the Stoneforge, find themselves a... Okay, they're just gonna kill get my Ingenious Smith. That's okay, actually. Kill Rain, okay. Maybe they don't even attack. Oh, they attack. The aggressive gamers. You have 2 5/5s here, 2 6/6s, so you should be careful, man. Okay, that's a saga. They can, of course, ruin it or whatever, but... So, should I attack first here? Attack with everything except the Ballista. Could also just play Smith first, right, and see what I find. Going down to 9, it's a bit low. Throne of Geth, that's a good one. I like that one. Okay. What do they have? Butterskull, maybe? Then 9. Finally, we draw. Interesting place there. Oh, okay, they will find a Butterskull. Very cool, very cool. Nah, that was a cool play. And they had a really good hand. Shit. Hmm. So, do we attack with this? I think we do, right? What? Like, they don't really have like great blocks. Yeah, interesting. Hmm. Could sack it to make everybody grow. Alright. UOP. Oh yeah, rebound. Yeah. I guess they can get the mall of the sky place. So then they can do the same, right? They can tap. Oh, they didn't do it. Maybe they don't have more stuff. Source of finance. Okay. Yeah, pass to exile here. Your rooms. Alright, so they have solitude. Okay, so how do we win this? I think that F6, so they don't have solitude. So they can give protection versus colorless, but that just makes the battle school fall, right? So could put lures in my hands or put counters. So let's say I sack here, put counters here. There will be 2 counters coming here, 2 counters, there will be 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I think we got lures in our hand. We hope to draw a white source. And we pass here. We can actually activate the Ingenious Nexus 2 if we want to. So I'm gonna block with Ingenious as me. See what protection. I can ping it, right? So I can actually proliferate ping. So I can activate my Ingenious, proliferate ping, block here. Okay. That is down. Stoneforge. This must be the last card in their hand, right? Because if they had a path, they could have just path my ballista if we proliferated. So now we have a 4, 4, 2, that's 10 damage, 10. I mean, we can win with the Ingenious skill, right? Because we put here, it will be 4, 4, 4 my 4, yeah. But of course, they have one card in hand, and who knows what that is. No, they have one card in hand. I choose not to use a stone so they don't have more equipment. Okay. I can put a counter here, make it a 2/2, sacrifice here, put the counters here. That will be 3 counters coming. It will be a 5/5. Proliferate 6/6. There will be 6 counters coming here, 7/7. Seeing this is lethal as well, right? Because we put there will be 2. This will be a 2/2. Then we'll have 3 counters. 5/5. Then 3 counters will come here. 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. It's 1 off. Alright, so we need to go for the inmate skill. Yeah, I mean, and then if we lose, we lose, you know. That one guy in hand, if it's a path to exile, it's a path to exile. Alright, we got that. Okay, we beat the taxes, boys. We beat the taxes. Probably Endix is better in this matchup. I like Pithing Needle. Alright, so they play in black, but I think Welding Jar is not worth it. I think Ranger Class probably not worth it. Thorn is good because they play this, so we can cut this. Probably play yeah, Stony Sounds effects, so we can got a couple of Smiths and I really like Throne. I really like Throne in this matchup. Yeah, Prismatic End is just like their best threat is the Caldera complete, right? So if we kill it, it's really good. So I think we just got 2 steerings here. Yeah. It was funny. Yeah, Luren. Yeah, the Prismatic End in turn 1 into turn 2 Saga. I kind of like this. I mean, obviously not mulliganing against a freaking big deck, right? Or Moles. As a price for playing 80 cards. The Godless Shrine tap is a good sign also for us. Do I want a Prismatic Ending something on turn 2? Maybe. But also playing Llano Reborn is kind of good. Just gonna play the Reborn. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Reborn and pass here. Like, it's good to get it out early. Pathway, Living Arbiter. No. So, I think we're just gonna go ahead and Prismatic Ending this thing. Next turn we can, yeah. It's just too bad if they have a like an ephemerate or something, then it gets hard. But next time I can go Scales with Saga. So I'm gonna do no. My turn? Alright, so I'll go ahead and play my Scales. My Saga. My Walking Ballista. I'll get my Graph Trigger. I'll pin your guy, and they're just gonna sit. Awesome. Easy peasy, guys. So my opponent mulliganing, I don't know if I will cut this or not, but my opponent mulliganing and then getting hit by prismatic ending. So I have one extra card because I was on the draw. I prismatic ending the dude. They play another dude, and I get a ballista and I ping it. And then on the next turn, I can probably kill them with Hangavak and Ravager if I have nothing. But probably the most easiest play is just to make construct with a Karn, with a Ursa, and just win the game that way, right? So yeah, I think that was a fair concession from my opponent. Of course, drawing that scales was really, really good. And you just basically don't want them to untap because they have Ephemerate, right? And maybe they also have like this Undying stuff, so you just don't want them to untap. Let's see if we can get a trophy. It's kind of feels bad to play for a trophy when you're playing alone. Hey. We found the opponent. Artem underscore go and the draw. Lurrus in hand, super. I don't dislike these hands. Especially with finding untapped swords is great. Like untapped green swords makes this hand chef keys. Like a brush line, oh, opponent is small to 5. Are we playing strong here, guys? You know, I think this hand, you know, has scales, has Ravager, maybe a bit slow, but you know, we can also play like a scales turn 2, and that's just an okay line, you know. Is it burn? Oh, Ravagan. Interesting. Alright, so in this case, I'm just gonna play scales turn 1. I know it's kind of bad because I don't get to cast my Smiths, but I play that mulligan to 5 though. So maybe just the no, it's not. It must be the control Lurrus deck, but it's kind of funny that they suck like this. It's really fine. They can cast the scales if they want to. I let them. Alright, maybe Lurrus in hand. I guess Ballista is our best draw. Alright, Scorch of the Skyclave. Wow. So playing Mardu's Shadow. Interesting. So we could... Nah, I kind of like playing Saga here. Playing my Hangavag, you know. Good old Hangavag Walker. Next time we draw on top land, we can go... Hey, wait, my opponent has Mountain and Sacred Foundry, and they play Scorch of the Skyclave. Interesting things are happening here. I still have a 1/1 that can block the monkey, right? So I'm not even mad. I have Mishra's Vabo, 1 card in hand. I'll take this hit, I think. I think this is fine. They still have 18 themselves, so they're the one keeping the... Interesting. They draw a card. We can make constructs here. That'll be one option. And it makes a good option, right? Just make a construct. Pass. We also play... we also like a pretty nice play, I think, here is also to play Ingenious Smith and also this. See if we can find a walking ballista and kill them next turn. Ravager, Worker, Hangavak. We have a Ravager already, so I'm gonna get the Hangavak here. I'm not attacking because I mean right now this is Scorch of the Skyclave. He's not actually threatening me. Well, it's 2 cards in hand, still 15. So yeah. Like right now it doesn't threaten, and I'm probably just gonna chump with Ingenious Smith, and if they have like a bolt, like they want to bolt themselves or something, I'm taking that, you know. We take those. Oh, they found... Okay, so they are playing Mardu. Interesting. Misha's Bubble. Maybe they just put lures in their hands. Check our top deck. No, their top deck. Interesting. Why? Alright, that's a thought. See, it's a bit annoying. They can get our Ravager. Oh, they take the Hanger back. 0 cards in hand. Oh, so they know what they're drawing. Jumping here. No lures in hand. So these must be a removal what they're drawing, right? So let's just let them have it. I think I'm gonna make a construct here and get a... Could get a drum. Play my Zavas. So tap this, play Zavas. Yeah, let's get this. The thing is, like, this way we have mana and we have like a big blocker now. A big boy, they say. So they like the card on top. Well, like, they couldn't do anything about it. I mean, I kind of assumed it was a removal. In reality, it didn't have to be, right? Well, it's 2 cards. If they put lures in their hand and they kind of play Solitudes, we're gonna go for it with the Ravager. Right? That just makes sense. Just playing Marley Shadow, very interesting. Get the counters there. So I have 1 card more in hand. So if this hits me, is this lethal? No, right? But even if they have the Morbal Rage here. Let's say, even if they have the Morbal Rage. We put that 10. The Morbal Rage deals me 5. Then this becomes a 6 that deals me 6. Alright, so if they have that, they lose. So this is fine here. Alright. So they do a last card. Nothing. I don't really want to take damage here, so... And this must be lethal. Well, it is lethal, right? But so if I sack their Zavas, they actually need to act, right? Alright, 0 cards in hand. Alright, we got them. This Ingenious is so good. So I'm playing DRC here. Alright, we beat them. Game 2. Definitely playing DRC. I've been liking Relic against these decks. Maybe 1 only because it's Mardu. I don't know how many Fatal pushes they play. Maybe some. Then it's not good. Cut Zavaz, I think, and probably play Blood Moon, but I don't want to bother. I'm gonna cut the Jar, I think. It doesn't make that much sense. They probably just play Prismatic Endings for days. And just cut the steerings, I guess. One steerings, and I don't know the relic. I got the steerings. On the draw, they're a bit slow. Maybe I'll cut an Ingenious Smith and bring back. That is a pass. So we have like all the 1-drops. Sounds good. You know, we can, we have two choices here. We can play like this turn one. It's a monkey. Prismatic Ending. So I could play this and threaten the block. And if they remove it, it's fine. Or I also just play Anno Reborn, pass, and pink. I kind of like this because it forces them to block, so they're gonna play turn 2 Scourge. I have to look kind of smart by having put 4 Zavas in my deck. So like if they remove it, it's like worse for them, right? Because then they don't get to play Scourge. And if we trade, we trade. You know, like I actually am fine with. They probably have another Avagan, but I'm kind of fine with this. I'm gonna play Ingenious Smith here. It's gonna be the same issue. They shove again. Maybe they have thoughts or something. Dothy Voidwalker. All right. Play Smith here. 2 for 1. Ozolis or drum. We have an Ozolis already, so we're gonna get the drum. Can't really block that thing, right? And they will play Scorch most likely afterwards, but that's just life. Scales would be a great draw. Yep. Not the Voidwalker is annoying. Hey, Lurrus man. Alright. Wow. It's done, boys. It's a ton of boys. So, how can we do this? I would like to kill this Dragon Race Channeler. Play my Ozolis. So I played this. I cannot really play the Ozolis on. Yeah. So I think this is the best. I think since we can, we're gonna get the drum down. Pink here. I mean, this is annoying, but hopefully next turn we can. We got a hand with 4 threats. It's kind of hard. Could be that they kill themselves, you know. So next turn we have Ozolis, Hangavak, Babel. Alright, that's a draw for the turn. If not, they of course have Babel there. Let me show. Also next turn I could like think this Dothy Voidwalker, right? Sure. We take 6. There's a 7/7 right now. Not with Voidwalker. One gun in hand though. X equals 1. Interesting. Does Ravager do it? I think so. That 5 mana. Urza Saga. Good card, good cards. So how do we survive here? We cannot block these guys. They can pop this EE for one and kill this or this. So I think the best is to play a Hangavag Walker, right? Play a fat Hangavag Walker. If they pop the Ozolis, it's not the biggest deal. And it is a big deal, but it's just like an okay deal. So I kind of want them to use it, right? So what we can do, players of Saga. Play the Ozolis. This is a 3-3 now. Play Hangavag Walker. So we attack them, this becomes a 10-10. So we're dead to the Moral Barrel Rage and to... So if they have a prismatic ending, we're forced to chomp there. By not attacking... we don't get doctors actually. Yep, we don't get doctors. We do get counters, so I don't know. Well, this game is a loss. Too many threats. So if I attack, put them to 10, need to chomp, then blow up the Ozolis, then I take 6, go down to 5. Yeah, and then I die anyway. So let's just try to win, right? Let's see if we can draw Ravager next turn. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I mean, it could be we just die here. There's a prismatic ending or something. Just die. That's okay. Dorothy Voidwalker, what a card. That's a land. Alright, they're attacking. They're not. Alright. This is smart, I guess. You can pop the E now, kill this and this. But I'll do it. Alright. Five, 8. Dude, this was an artifact somehow. No blocks? It's one short. Very all, so game 3, like prismatic endings. I like this minis also. I don't know if I like the relic at all. I think I'd rather play Pithing Needle for engineering explosives. I don't really like Ranger class too much. Maybe just an Ancient Strings would be better. Yeah, let's do it like this. If they had like double Voidwalker Scorch into so double Voidwalker Scorch and Ravagant on 1, and on top of that they had the and they found the bolt as well that they needed to make sure they didn't lose. But they didn't lose, right? There was like 6 plus 2, 8, so we're there anyway. Ah, 5 lander. This is not good. This one is maybe better. I'm gonna put a land back. This matchup is pretty grindy, right? So let's just put a land back and start green. So that's interesting. Worker, brushland, and ribbon. Oh. Yeah, maybe we find ballistas will be good in order. Of course, they maybe don't have Dotty Void Walker. It's okay, you know, they don't have to have it. Saga would probably be the best draw in the deck. But we steerings for Saga, right? So this is annoying. With this is really annoying. They like the card on top though. They don't pop, interesting. Yeah, Faba push. Doesn't really matter. I mean, doesn't really matter, but also it's a good here. So I'm gonna play it and play the last. They got Dotty Void Walker turn 2. 2 games in a row though. They definitely on top, so it could mostly be a Dotty Void Walker. This model deck looks very hard to beat, by the way. Huh. Probably don't even play. Maybe they play Shadows, right? Kataki was hit. Ow. Can't really afford to pay for this. Oh my god, I just got so wrecked here. Alright. Wish I had gotten the brushland now. Alright, we pass. Next turn we can yeah, this is looking like a loss here, guys. We need to prismatic ending the Kataki. Man, so much hate. Dothy Void Walker, Kataki Wars Rage, Pithing Needle, Engineer Explosives, which you can play again. Lurrus in hand. No attacks. Should I just let the Zavas die? If I draw lands, I don't need to make those Zavas die. But the problem is they'll play Lurrus right next turn. Okay, if I draw land specifically, it's better to not let the Zavas die. The problem is I don't use my mana at all. So I would say, okay, dude, I wish this was a skill so much. Oh, I shouldn't have. Oh my god, why did I tap that? Oh shit. Ah, that's awful. Alright. Probably lost here. One's gonna go like bubble me. Get a card. Ah man, we could have done this. If we had done the brushland there. Let's see if we draw land here. If we draw land, we can go. Alright, so stick it this time. You know, there are a lot of cards in hand, but they're not killing us. It's a land, so if they play a land. Yeah. Here, of course, Portable Hole would have been better. The creature. They know we're drawing a line or not. Draw. I think I need to keep the same, right? So. Land? Oh my god, stop. Oh my god, alright, next turn, guys. Next turn. Maybe I should just sacked the Zavaz a while ago. Next turn we ending the Kataki and we hope they don't have another one. Then we will hang about Ravager. Yeah, we'll do some things. Yeah, probably a bit too far behind, right? As my point got me with the. I guess they can. I'll not block this. It's just. I can just. Yeah. This has been brutal. Man, Mardu is a tough. Like, I've lost to Mardu before. This Mardu Shadow decks, it's just a tough matchup, man. Like, all their cards are great, just great against us. Void Walker is good against us. Prismatic Ending is good against us. Kolaghan's Command is good against us. Katagi War's Wage is great against us. Alright, so. You know, they're drawing 2 cards a turn, always knowing what is in our top. So, it's looking kind of dumb. I mean, we know, who knows, you know, like, we can steal it maybe. Maybe have another one, but who knows. If they play another one, Pawn's gonna concede. Oh, I cost it with 1 color. Alright. Sorry, I had cast it with 1 color. No, this just recast it with Lurrus. Alright, you got me, boy. You got me, opponent. You know, I can't get out of it. Alright, turn 1. Almost there, you know. This was a tough one. The game 2 and game 3, you know, very, very tough. Like, so much hate, you know. Kataki, Prismatic Ending, Engineer Explosives. It really makes it a hard game. Yeah, this game is just, you know, my opponent was drawing. They knew exactly what I was drawing. They had cake, like, turn 1, down to just Channeler. They followed that up with, like, a Lurrus, you know, and, like, turn 1 Channeler, turn 1 Kataki, and it was, you know, I didn't have Ballista in hand. Maybe when I drew the Ballista, but at that point I already, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that was a fun one. That was not the worst. Could have been better, but, you know, it's just what it is. It was a fun one. It was a fun league. We had, like, a lot of cool games, and yeah, I'm just gonna give you my thoughts on the list real quick before we end this. I restarted more at some point. How to say, the GW Ingenious feels great. Maybe this Ranges class is just too cute. It's like a 2-mana 2/2. It's a way to put counters on things, which is also great. I don't know. I like the mana base. It has not really betrayed me too much. Definitely both Katagi War Switch and the top road felt great. So maybe cards I could see myself cutting is like Adromoka's Commands. Maybe even play like against a deck like that one. I think that matchup is just bad, right? Like basically, like, yeah, 4 Prismatic Endings, they play Engineer Explosives, they play Kataki, they play Kolaghan's Command main deck, they play a Scourge of the Skyclave, which is relatively tough to beat for us. Yeah. They play all those cards, so basically means it's almost impossible for us to beat that deck, you know? Like, I mean, just everything lines up perfectly for them. One thing I'm considering is cutting Adromoka's Command for an Emrakul. Haven't seen Neil in a while, but this is the kind of deck that you always find in tournaments and from time to time. The only card that I'm suspect right now is Ranger Class. The rest of the deck felt good. Ancient Scenes felt pretty decent. We got it a lot, but it just had some good moments as well. It also allows you to find Saga easier. I like the mana base. I wouldn't change anything there. Spells are good. Maybe a second Throne of God instead of the Ranger class would be just better, but honestly, I've been kind of happy with having just 1 Throne of God, so I never draw 2. we didn't really get to try Dromoka's command so much, so maybe that's why I'm thinking that Topor was great, because, you know, it just comes up so much. I think the card is just great right now. I never actually bring in the Cage almost against anything, but just, I think the few matches where Cage is good, it's like one of the few things that can save you. Like the, you know, not few things, but Yagmos, like decks like, you know, that play Finale, decks like play Coco, you know, like there's a lot of decks that, you know, you really want the Cage against. So I'm fine not bringing it in and having like these extra percentage points against decks that are normally I'm not very good at. But since, you know, one Cage is actually 5 cages, it really does come up a lot. When you bring it in, you will see it, you know. Besides, we never played them. Well, we did play them against Hammer Time and they won us the game, right? So I like the endings still. I think the 2-mana endings is just great. And yeah, so the only thing I could cut is maybe a Dromoka's command. Maybe we should be playing Dromoka's command against that deck. If we play some kind of Mardu Shadow or Shadow deck, we just play this. It also stops the red spells, right? So it stops bold. So maybe I should bring it in. So maybe this should be my sideboard. Like, oh, okay, you can see it. So maybe this should be just my sideboard plan against them. No relics. Yeah, this should be my sideboard cards. And then I should cut, like, Steerings. I think Welding Jar is just too bad. Like, I mean, probably not too bad, but... Cut Azavas, cut Ranger, cut this, cut two Smiths. This... I've been liking cutting one Savas instead of the second worker. It just comes up a lot in these grindy matches that you have 2,000 hands and you don't want to play the second one, right? So I'll probably add the Dromoka's command in that matchup, because it just allows you to you know, it's just extra removal, you know. This card is not here for those matchups, but, you know, you play a turn 1, let's say you play turn 1 Zavas, and then roll turn 1 register this channeler, and you play this turn 2, get the +1 counter on your Zavas, and fight your opponent's channeler. That sounds very hard, right? And then it also can allow you to kill the Kataki, can prevent the damage from bolts and holy hits. So I like that. I think this would be a good plan. So guys, if you like the content, if you like the video, I'm sure you liked it. You know, just keep enjoying it, man. You know, just like and enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, and bye.